So here I am. I know this looks rather lame, my method here, but I'd really like some baguette-shaped loaves, and you never guess what I did last night. Here's my baby Yoda. Hi, baby Yoda. My recipe calls for 6 cups of, hi Nehemiah, hi, look up at mommy, hi there. My recipe calls for 6 cups of water and 3 tablespoons of yeast and 3 tablespoons of salt and 13 cups of flour. Well, I wasn't paying attention and I put 13 cups of water and some yeast and I went, oh man, I guess I'm doubling the recipe. So this bowl was full, this was full, and I have an enormous bucket full of dough as well. So I've got dough out my ears right now. Oh my gosh, look at me. Anyway, I'm just so exhausted. I really am throwing this together really fast. Super lame, but I didn't want you all to miss my experiment. So here I go. I'm just gonna, this is where the dough starts. I cut it off of this lump here. And I feel like I'm really doing it an injustice because it was so full of beautiful air. It rose overnight in the fridge. It's nice and cold. And normally what I do is I just dump out the bowl and then cut it. But I'm not going to use this. I'm putting this back in the fridge. I already have a whole bunch of loaves here. And I want them to be baguette shaped instead of my boules, or however you pronounce it. So anyway, so we'll see how this turns out. But I wanted you to see me shape this dough, but I'm not quite sure how to do it. So let's see how we do. Probably gonna get the worst angles of me ever. Okay. Oh, so sticky right now. Just so tired. I just don't want to deal with it. Here we go. So normally I'd wet my hands, but I don't want to waste time on the video wetting my hands because wet hands make it so it's not sticking to me as much. So I'm just turning the dough over in itself. And if I were trying to be careful not to let all the air out, but I already did that when I cut it off. So I have, oh my gosh, here we go. So I'm just turning it over on itself, just kind of tucking my fingers behind it, and I'm turning it over onto itself. And then I'm just kind of letting it fall into a baguette shape. Is this gonna work? I really don't know. I might have a mess of wax paper. But I did watch a video where it was on Amazon Prime, where a guy was showing you how to make baguettes, and he had the bread separated into these shapes by some parchment paper with some like metal things separating each loaf. Well, I don't have those metal things, so I just thought, well, what the loaves can push against each other, you know. They can actually form against each other in this pan. And each loaf can help the other loaf next to it keep its shape. Does that make sense? Anyway, here we go. It looks super lame, but I bet it's gonna look really good when it comes out of the oven. These are gonna sit for 40 minutes, but I think I'm gonna leave them out probably for an hour. It depends how warm your room is. I do have a fireplace going in the other room, so I think what I'll do is, right now, look at this. Not a whole lot of action going on in here. So I'm gonna go put them in the warm room. I'm gonna cover them with some plastic wrap and try not to let it all stick together. And then I'm gonna let it rise. And I'm gonna try to get a good rise out of it because I'd really like some nice little baguettes here. I made enough dough for 16 1-pound loaves. And when I say 1 pound, I mean like raw dough. I suppose it's still 1 pound after it cooks. I don't know. So silly. I don't know. Anyway, hope you're all having a good day. I'm sorry for the absolute crudeness of my video. They're always crude, but this one tops the cake. All right, have a good day. Bye.